We're out and about again, and this time we're headed to Taiwan, specifically Taipei. And this vlog is about our experience flying via China Airlines round trip. And our travel dates are May 5 outbound and May 9 inbound back to Manila. So we're flying from NAIA Terminal 1. Ito ang itsura ng NAIA Terminal 1, solely devoted for international departures. Baka kaya hindi masyadong matao. Now, we are lined up at the web check-in queue ng China Airlines, and it really pays na nakapag-web check-in na because we can line up in the shortest queue. Kasi yung queue sa right namin, napakahaba. Now, China Airlines has 4 check-in counters open at the time of our check-in, so madali kami na-accommodate.
Bayad na, ma'am?
Opo.
O
Bayad pa po ba ulit kayo?
Oo.
Pre-cancel naman kayo ng express packet then transaction to travel. Tapos kapili na i-chat kayo.
Ah, okay.
Bayad?
Hindi, online.
Online.
Oo.
Ayun lang, sa online. Tapos, kausapin niyo yung
I like this ground crew a lot kasi she was very respectful, very accommodating, especially after I found out na nadoble ako ng bayad sa travel tax. So that's the backstory there behind that conversation. Kasi I checked with the official Facebook page of China Airlines kung bayad na nga ba yung or included na ba yung travel tax in our ticket. Because when I booked the flight via trip.com, it did say the travel tax was included, but it doesn't say anywhere in the itinerary or the OR. So I had to check with the airline itself. They said it wasn't included yet. So I paid separately, pero online via the TIAZA website. And I find out upon check-in on this video na we've doubly paid for it, but we can refund it. And I'll post it in a separate video how to apply or how to request for the refund if you paid for your travel tax twice. The economy class of China Airlines comes with 23 kilos of free baggage and meals. So kahit maliit yung baggage ng mom ko, which is the red baggage that you saw in the previous frame, chinek-in na namin para lang wala na kaming dala going into the boarding gates. And now here we are. This is the boarding gate. Oh, this is actually in transit to the boarding gates. So we're headed to gate 4. So as you can see, the aesthetics of Terminal 1 is quite OG. Classic. And if I'm not mistaken, it's been recently renovated. Now, just an added information, I did some quick research. Terminal 1 is not the oldest terminal among the Manila airports. It's actually Terminal 4, the current domestic airport. But it's the second oldest and also the second smallest in terms of passenger capacity. Not sure with the other boarding gates, but this area combines gates 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we roamed around, although hindi kita sa video na to, sa part na to. There are just a couple or 3 cafeterias where you can buy food, which is of course a bit overpriced considering you're buying within the boarding gate. Alam naman na nating lahat yun na mas mahal talaga sa loob. But unlike, let's say, in Terminal 3, where there is 7-Eleven and some more popular coffee shops like Bose Coffee, mga ganon. Here, para siyang, what was the term my husband used? Commissary. Yeah. So, but they sell good food. The food is good. It's just a bit pricier because you're inside the boarding gate. Now, what I'm focusing here is, again, the aesthetics of the boarding gates at Terminal 1. Like I said, it's OG, it's classic. I feel like I'm in an 80s movie. It feels like it. I'm not saying it's old and wrinkly or dilapidated. There's nothing like that. Everything works fine. Everything looks fine. Wala namang cracks. Just the chair. I think with the new administration and all, they're trying to revamp the chairs to more colored and more Instagrammable chairs with pastel colors and all. And I think I've seen some of those chairs sa Terminal 3 na din. They're trying to replace the old steel chairs which adds to the classic vibe to it. Now, like I said, Terminal 1 is the second smallest airport in terms of capacity, and only 18 airlines fly out of this airport. And among the local airlines, only PAL flies out of this airport. Lahat na international flights nila flies out of the terminal. And now we're boarding. The return aircraft was a little bit delayed, about 15 to 20 minutes, but it's no big deal. We were given headphones right before boarding the plane. And that's the seat configuration of an Airbus A330, if I'm not mistaken. If you notice, it's quite big. It's separated into 3 columns, rows. And we have in-flight entertainment system for each seat. One thing that I really enjoyed about this plane, which I think is unique in this specific flight, because it wasn't in our return flight, is that it has 2 types of cameras attached to the aircraft. One gives you a downward view, basically the bottom of the plane, or a 360 aerial view, which is what you're seeing now. And another is a front view, kind of like in a dash cam. So all you'll see are skies. So there, I'm trying to reconfigure the view of the camera, the dash, so-called dash cam, airplane dash cam, and now what you're seeing is the front view or the captain's view. So it was very entertaining for me, especially this view, this front view, because you rarely see this. Only captains and other flight crew gets to see this. Now, when you're aboard the plane, the FAs will be handing out physical arrival cards, but for Taipei, for Taiwan, you can also sign up via the QR code and fill up the arrival information electronically. And now they're serving meals. So what they're serving is, I think, a quintessential Chinese meal. You know why I say quintessential? Because it has bok choy in it. It's a complete meal with a side of wood ear, or what we call in Filipinos, tenga ng daga, with a cherry tomato, and a cookie for dessert. That's actually a yummy cookie. The main dish has what I said, it has bok choy, an omelette, fried rice, and what looks like Chinese sausage. So it's a very filling meal. It's complete with your side of veggies, water, coffee, tea, your preference. They also serve fruit juices. Not sure if they serve alcohol. I didn't bother to ask. So, took a quick nap, power nap after that meal, which mukha lang siyang konti, pero actually mabigat siya sa tiyan. And little do I know, we're now getting ready to land. So, remember the cameras that I shown you earlier? I get to enjoy them now as we're landing. And by the way, it's not a smooth landing, but we were safe. We safely landed in Taipei. But it's nice to see yung pavement where the plane will land. It's nice to see that on camera. It goes well with the shaky feeling on the plane. And we have landed safely and arrived at Taipei. Ni hao, ni hao. And we'll post a separate vlog or video about the details of our arrival from the airport to the train to our hotel. But now this is the part of the vlog where we'll show you our outbound flight, still via China Airlines, because this vlog is about our China Airlines experience. So we're now aboard the Airport Express, Airport MRT. This is the express line, the purple line, which has fewer stops than the commuter line, the blue one. So this is a very comfortable ride. It feels like being on a plane too. Look at that leg room. I wish planes had more leg room than that. So if you watched our previous vlog, you'll know that we checked in our bags not at this airport. This is the Taiwan International Airport, by the way. We didn't check our bags here. We checked our bags back at the Taipei Main Station. So we didn't have to carry them all the way to the airport. So if you need more information about Taipei's in-town check-in service, which is available only to specific flights based in Taiwan, among them are China Airlines, EVA Air, Starlux, and I forgot the others. You can watch our previous vlog. I'll post the link down in the description. So after checking in, since we have time to kill, we decided to spend some time at the VIP lounges and maximize the perks of our credit card. So for everyone's information, the lounges can be found at the fourth floor. Usually ganun naman. Kung third floor yung boarding gates, nasa fourth floor or same floor siya ng mga boarding gates. We just have to follow the signs leading to it. So we're now headed to the Plaza Premier Lounge here at the Taoyuan Airport. There are two zones of this lounge. There's Zone C and Zone D, as in dog. I think pag napupuno yung isa, itatransfer ka nila sa kabila. Parang sa Pags lang. When it comes to these lounges, you have to keep your boarding passes handy kasi yun yung unang nilang hinahanap when you're registering for free usage or whether you're paying for it. So that's me and my mom as we're headed to our tables, and this is what they serve at the Plaza Premium Lounge. It's actually not much. We've seen better selection at other lounges. It's a decent selection and combination of Taiwanese breakfast or brunch staples and international or intercontinental staples like croissants, bread, different kinds of cheese. You also have there the Taiwanese beef noodles, which is made to order. For drinks, you can have a wide array of choices: coffee, tea, juices, even alcohol. So you can rest here. As you can see, the rest area is not that big compared to other lounges that we've been to before. Ayan siya. But it's still a good place to rest, take a nap. Seats are much more comfortable here than in the boarding gate. But look at this walkway. This is the walkway as we're headed to the boarding gate, and this is the boarding gate. The seats are also comfortable compared to the seats that we have at NAIA Terminal 1. Not to demean our own airport. I'm just saying we're impressed with everything that we've seen so far in the 5 days that we've stayed in Taipei. I mean, if a small country like Taiwan can make wonders to their facilities and infrastructures, sana sa Pinas din. Wishful thinking. Anyway, this is the plane that we boarded for our outbound flight, our Taipei to Manila flight. And I'm now exploring the features of the seat. It feels like this is a classier or an OG seat because it has the mirror, the entertainment system feels and looks older. It's not touchscreen, if I'm not mistaken, but the seat is comfortable, much more comfortable than the previous plane that we boarded for our Manila to Taipei flight. So that wraps up our China Airlines experience. It's a round-trip flight, Manila to Taipei, and vice versa. Will we be flying China Airlines again? Sure, if the price is right and the schedule is good. So depende rin sa destination, depende rin sa schedule, depende rin kung sino ang traveling party ko. In this trip kasi, we were traveling with my mom, who is a senior citizen. So yung arrival in Taipei was one of the deciding factors. With Cebu Pacific kasi and AirAsia, they have 2 flights flying to Taipei, 2 schedules. One arrives at around 9 or 10 a.m., and then the other arrives past midnight. So parehong hindi conducive if you're traveling with a senior citizen. Kasi my goal is once we arrive at Taipei City Center near our hotel, diretso hotel check-in na kami. Now, why does this matter? In Taipei kasi, most hotels, ang check-in time nila is not 2 p.m. It's either 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. Most hotels actually allow you to check in at 4. Luckily, yung hotel na nakuha ko allows check-in at 3. So, it was a big deciding factor. If we arrived at around 9, 10, 11 a.m. in Taipei, anong gagawin namin sa 4 na oras na yon with a senior citizen in tow? Kung kami lang mag-asawa, it would have been okay. We could have roamed around in Ximending, left our baggages at the hotel lobby, and started our tour. But with a senior citizen in tow, right after the flight, and of course, meron pang airport MRT na travel, diba? I would have wanted for my mom to rest muna. So, yun. So, I highly recommend China Airlines if you're flying to Taipei and maybe to other destinations in mainland China, because this is not our first time flying China Airlines. We've flown China Airlines before when we went to Xi'an, which is a city in China, and we've flown from Shanghai. In the 2 times that we've flown via China Airlines, maganda naman yung experience namin. The ground crew, especially the ground crew in Manila, are very respectful. They're very warm, very helpful naman with your questions. Even the ground crew at the Taoyuan airport are very helpful. So, wala kaming masabing negative. It's all in all a good experience. The flights were not delayed, both flights. And, hindi naman nawala yung baggages namin. The food that they served on both flights, it's not the best that we've had, but it's good. It's good enough. It's filling. All right. So we'll wrap this up and we'll see you in the next vlog. Bye.